Good day, fellow commanders. This is Connor, and welcome to Applaud the Mod. Applaud the Mod is a series where I cover a variety of different modifications for the PC gaming platform. And today we're covering one of my recent favourites, and that is Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD, which is a modification or an overhaul for Total War Attila. And, well, obviously because of the name, it's a big bloody hint. It's set around the medieval era, starting at 1212 AD. And I'm playing as the English. Here's some foot sergeants. Oh, the enemy are on the move. I really just want to showcase the detail here on the units because this mod is ridiculous. I haven't enjoyed a Total War mod as much since Third Age. On Third Age for Medieval 2 had so much work put into it, it's insane. But basically what's going on here is that this current version of the mod, I mean the mod has been available for quite a while, at least the custom battles aspect of it. The campaign, the Grand Campaign, is only recently available and it's in its alpha stages. So I'm just going to take a moment here to actually put my infantry into a shield wall, just so the few archers that they do have won't be doing much damage to me and mine. So, yes, the Grand Campaign. I picked the English because I like longbowmen. I like having a ranged advantage and ranged superiority over my enemies. And, well, things aren't going all that peaceful and lolly-dolly in England. I refused to obey the nobles of the land, and they wished to attack France. I was like, fuck that, no, I'm not going to war with France. At that point, they were very angry with me, and then they wanted me to sign the Magna Carta, which was an agreement that basically the nobles would have more power and more say in what to do with England. Basically, the setting up of parliament, and also a reduction in taxes for the nobility. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that either. I'm the king, I make the choices. So a rebellion began, and there are now English pretenders vying for the throne. They're... okay, that's a lot of spearmen and infantry moving in. Their capital is Nottingham. I drove them out of London pretty damn quickly. So now this is their last, or their strongest army that they have got on the field. And I'm about to wipe it out, or at least attempt to, because they do have a considerable advantage over me in the number of infantry they do have. But, and this is a big but, and an important but, I have higher quality infantry over them. I mean, you can see here they have a lot of spearmen, and what are these guys here? Oh, billmen. Okay, they have a lot of billmen, but I have swordsmen, as well as some hospitallers, as well as Templars assisting me, and all those Templar and Hospitaller units are knights, so they're pretty damn tough. They're veterans, and they're very effective. So here we are in a battle. Now, one thing I want to show you guys after the battle is the amount of factions, the amount of factions available to play it in the Grand Campaign, which is mind-blowing. Now, I just want to, just remind you all, this is in an alpha stage, so, there will be issues. It hasn't been finished yet, obviously, hence the alpha state, but what is here is pretty damn enjoyable. So there are more events that are going to come. Of course, you can have your crusades, seeing how the majority of Christianity at this time was Roman Catholic. Let's get these. What are they? They're just English foot knights. Okay, so I had one unit of English foot knights. Got a few mounted knights here. My king is in the rear, and that's not my king, sorry, that's the king's half-brother, William. And he is my most veteran general at the moment, so I have him leading this main army around. I mean, quite a few chevrons here of veterancy going on. I've had a few of these units for quite a while now, since the start of the campaign. I have a sub mod, which isn't official, for the Medieval Kingdoms mod, which basically there are two. 12 turns per year, because I like that. It just feels a little bit more immersive. And some of the units have double the size, the double number of men in them. Basically, just so it's more realistic. So as you can see here, these sergeants, which are just a higher tier, mid-tier unit, have 160, but spearmen and the like, they will have 320, so double. So fodder has a higher number, which makes the battles larger, more epic. But then your veteran units will have less because they are able to deal out the damage, just to make things a bit more balanced. Okay. But those billmen have broken. Let me see. You know what? Let's get the old king off his horse, because they're spearmen and we don't want to have to deal with them. Especially well mounted, because that is just a big no-no. Oh, okay, they've engaged us. That's not good. All knights, get around here. Get an old flanking maneuver going. I don't want them flanking my English foot knights, so... Come on. Now, these are only mounted sergeants, so they're not that great. I mean, they are meant for taking out enemy cavalry, because they have... I think they have... oh, no, they have spears. But they're basically for pitched fighting with enemy cavalry. Whereas my mounted knights, they're shock cavalry. They're there for the charge. You charge into the enemies, break up their formation, break their morale, pull your knights out again, and then send them in a game, and rinse and repeat. And you'll just break down the enemy infantry or cavalry in a matter of seconds. So these units allow me to put them into a wedge formation. And it's really annoying, actually, because the wedge formation in this they're really slow. I mean, that's one of the balancing aspects, is to, make the wedge formation really slow. But this is wedge formation speed. I'd expect maybe double that speed. So let's get them into position here behind the bulk of the enemy infantry. But let's have a look. Enemy general is playing it safe. Cowards. My general's going to get stuck into the thick of it. And their cowardice is obviously showing. Oh. Pillocks. Pillocks all. Okay, you know what, actually? What I'm going to do is take 2 units of my knights, get them out of wedge formation, and send them in against the enemy general, because he's going to pay for his cowardice. And this is who they're looking to lead England. Peter. Peter. Go fuck yourself, Pete. You're not wanted around these parts. Now, because I'm an Irishman, I'm going to play it, well, let's say, what's the word? Diplomatically. I'm not going to invade a country that doesn't want to be invaded, or a country that's not causing any problems for you. I'm not going to invade Scotland or Wales. They can be their own, they can have their own monarchy, or Ireland, because I'm Irish, and although I have no hatred in my heart, I wasn't alive during these events, I do have a certain distaste for how the English treat the Irish, and still do to this day. Basically, we're part of Britain, but we really don't have any say in anything, which is a little bit annoying and embarrassing, honestly. We just don't feel like proper citizens, and that's the way it's pretty much been for all of British rule. But I'm not going to get into that, because honestly, I have friends from over in England, Scotland, Wales, and history is history, hence the name history. But I think I prefer being part of the UK. There's a lot of benefits we get as being part of the UK, and well, healthcare, education would be a lot more expensive if I was actually living in the Republic. Okay, we're winning handily here. I mean, we are outnumbered about 1,500, about 1,500. But yeah, we're not doing too badly here. I'm going to get all my archers to pull back, just so they can get a better arc of fire. Oh, you know what, actually, let's go for those longbowmen. Where's the enemy general, or has he broken? I'm not sure. Units are holding strong. Even the cavalry's holding strong in there in pitched combat. Okay, there we go. Our longbowmen are just causing death on high. Or from on high, I should say. Is the enemy general actually broken? Or has he just pulled back to another position? Oh no, he's gone. Or is he? I can't see him there. I can't see his little brick. Oh no, he's... Oh, what? Oh. What the hell's he doing down there? Oh, you cowardly scum. My mounted sergeants should be able to handle him. I mean, they're moving in wedge formation, so their speed is going to be pretty abysmal. Let's get an old war cry out and just crumble whatever morale they have left. There we go. Stuck in, lads. Get stuck in. Come on, you fellas. Come on, look. We see this here. Watch this. Ha ha! For glory. Now, there's also a Game of Thrones mod in development, and I'm not sure if there's a grand campaign available for it, but I don't think there actually will be one. I'm not sure if the mod tools are there to edit the map. I could be wrong though, correct me if I'm wrong, but that will be a dream come true. As much as I would like to have trolls and goblins and orcs. Oh shit. Maybe I should recruit a few Templar mounted units. Look at all those. You know what, actually, I don't want to kill them. Or do I? I mean, they're fellow Englishmen, but they're also traitors. But then, they might be following their lord's commands. On their traitor king's commands. I don't think I have enough cavalry to run them down. You know what, we'll end the battle. Decisive victory, of course it was. Of course it was. But the team behind this modification are the Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD team. I'll show you their names in a moment because they do deserve a shout out. They've done incredible work. I mean, look at all the unit card art. That's something that should not be overlooked. We do see all the stuff here in a moment. Yeah, let's get replenishment there. Not too bad. That was their strongest force. They've got a couple of smaller stacks here in Nottingham holding down the fort, but yeah, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for me to smash them. So let's see all the custom art assets. Look at this. There's John Bernthal from The Punisher. Is that not amazing? Now, I'm not. I believe all this is custom artwork. Correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously the artist needs a muse or something to go off of, a reference, and that's obviously John Bernthal. But it's amazing. It's really well done. I honestly, it's so well done. Even the tech tree. Oh, that's the diplomacy. A lot of factions available. Where are we? Tech tree. It's very minimal, but at least there's something there. I'm very impressed. But saying that, let's go and look at the actual number of factions that are available for the Grand Campaign. And again, the Grand Campaign is in an alpha state. So it's going to get better, and it's actually pretty damn awesome because it's already pretty damn fun. So here it is. Here's a little run through of the era. On there are more factions available here than there are in any other Total War game. I mean, you can get a lot of factions later on, but to begin with, this is a lot of factions, and this is also a mod team that are working for free. They might have a Patreon setup, but this is not their full-time job. They just want a decent medieval Total War game. Now, the problem I see with Total War and Creative Assembly in general is that they don't have any competition for games like this. There are a few out there, but they're very low budget. They're very poor in animation and you know how they look visually. But it would be nice for them to have some competition because they're slacking, because if a mod team can do this and they can't, obviously there's something wrong. Look, you can be the Teutonic Order. That's so cool. Now, you can't be the Templars, but the Templars would be pretty... let's say the Templars would be a little bit awkward because they had stations or strongholds, headquarters in most of the countries in Europe and some parts of the Holy Land. But you've got your Muslim factions here, your Islamic factions. Eastern Christianity. You've got Edinburgh, you've even got Scotland. You haven't got Ireland, which is pretty sad. Look at that. Now that looks badass. Look. Mind blown. The Kingdom of Jerusalem and Cyprus. Oh, awesome. And like you saw in the battle there that just took place, you can recruit Templars. As long as you build, I believe it's some one of the buildings in the religious line of buildings, it will allow you to recruit warriors of religion. And they're pretty damn effective. You can get an entire army of Templars if you want, and you can go Deus Volting around the world map, or what's available to it. And here are the mod creators. Well done to each and every one of you. I mean, look at how many there are for unit design alone. That's dedication. I have nothing else to say. Check this mod out. The way it'll work is I'll give you a link in the description to one of the mod segments. Whenever you click on the mod segments, it'll bring up a list of other downloads from the workshop you need to get it running, effectively, or to get it working at all. You just click through each of them, click on subscribe. You should have 10 downloads in total. Once you have that, activate them through the workshop. What is it? The workshop option in the launcher, the Total War launcher, and then start the game up. Now, there are some sub mods available as well, but they're not official to the Medieval Kingdoms team or work. So, you know, take that with a pinch of salt. But there are, it is worth it. It's a very, very, very well done modification, and it deserves a lot of attention and respect. Kudos, guys, kudos. You've made me a very happy man, and I'm guessing, no, I'm pretty damn sure you've made a lot of other people very happy. But I'll end it there, guys. Thank you very, very much for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're playing. I hope you're doing a good old crusade across Europe and the Middle East, or even a jihad. Totally up to you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description to support me on the channel. And of course, like always, we'll see you next time. Buongiorno.